Okay, guys, today I'm going to read one of my fan fictions, or probably one of the only fan fictions I've written. It's called Nightwalker, a Star Wars Story. Okay, Nightwalker, Star Wars Story, Episode 1, A Jedi Rises, Chapter 1, The Fall of the Jedi. A long time ago in a galaxy far, far away, Coruscant, 19 BBY. The galaxy is introduced to Darth Vader. The 501st marches on the Jedi Temple with Lord Vader leading them. A temple guard asks, Skywalker, why did you bring the clones here? Darth Vader, where's Master T? Shock T, Jedi Master. Temple guard, in the meditation chamber, why do you? The guard is stopped by a flash of blue. He falls down lifeless. Kill the Jedi. A 14-year-old girl enters the room. Alyssa Doom, Master, it's Anakin. He's attacking the temple with the 501st. A 14-year-old boy awakes. Luke Nightwalker, what? I know it's crazy, but I just saw Master Anakin kill a guard. Come, we must find Master Kenobi and Padawan Starkiller. Okay. The two Jedi run out of the room, only to be met with about 40 clones. Commander Appo, kill them. Alyssa, run. Luke ignites his lightsaber, ready to fight, but suddenly the clones fly back. Luke and Alyssa turn to see the rescuer. Zane Kenobi, Master Nightwalker, Padawan Doom, over here. Zane, where's Riley? Leading some youngs to the council chamber. I told him to meet me at the main hangar. Our starfighters won't be able to get far from the hangar with the anti-air cannon. What, Master, what about the flamethrower? The what? It's a Corellian YT-1200 freighter that I bought and modified in case of a situation similar to this. Is it fast? Fastest ship in the core worlds. The three Jedi run to the main hangar. Just when they reach the door, they see another Jedi. Riley, are you okay? Riley Starkiller. Yes, Master, but he's right behind me. Who? Before Riley could answer, a hooded figure approached. Anakin. Darth Vader, surrender, and I will give a painless and quick death. Alyssa, Zane, Riley, get the ship running. I will hold him off. They do as commanded, and run in the main hangar. Luke ignites his lightsaber. Vader as well. Blue and green minting through the hall. There was a silence for a moment. Then a shout of fury. Suddenly the blades clashed. Anakin, how could you do this? The Jedi betrayed the Republic. Vader strikes again at Luke, but every strike of Vader's Form 5 of lightsaber combat, Luke matches with his defensive Form 3 and offensive Form 4. The two carry the fight to the main hall of the Jedi Temple, where left and right clones and Jedi continue to fall. Luke and Vader talk for a brief moment. Anakin, what would Padme think of this? How did you know about that? I found out on my own. You told the council, didn't you? Anakin, I respect your relationship. What would you know about relationships? I know what it's like to love someone knowing it's against the code. The final lock of the blades, Vader says, is the end for you and the Jedi. Suddenly, Luke flies back into a pillar, realizing he couldn't beat Vader one-on-one. His only chance of survival was to escape. Luke ran back to the hangar, jumping on the flamethrower. Luke orders, go, 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 go. The ship launches and heads straight for space. Melissa runs over to Luke as soon as they make the jump to hyperspace. Master, are you okay? For now. What do we do now? We hide. Chapter 2. The Empire is coming. 15 years later, Naboo. Luke works on a moisture evaporator while having a conversation with Alyssa. Hey, Alyssa, remember where we left the flamethrower? Yeah, we left it back at Theed. You think this evaporator will work? Maybe. Nice of the Queen to let us hide here on Naboo. Yes, it is. Wait, don't you have to work on the Royal Fire Squadron? Only during summer. Hey, what is that? Suddenly, a troop transport with the Imperial logo appears on it. Luke takes out a pair of binoculars. Alyssa, it's the Empire. How did they find us? I don't know. Go to the Spirit. Warn Zane and Riley. Alyssa does as commanded. The transport stops in front of Luke and an officer steps out. Good afternoon, sir. Good afternoon to you as well. What is your name? Anakin Daywalker. Well, Anakin, have you encountered any Jedi here? No, sir. The officer reaches behind his back. Well, it seems there's nothing. Suddenly, the officer falls dead and smoke coming from his chest. You should be lucky I don't mind being uncivilized. Why would you shoot him, especially with that crappy blaster? The DL-44 is not a crappy blaster. It can pierce stormtrooper armor. You're so uncivilized. You obviously do not take after your adopted father. At least my ancestor won the Grand Master of the Jedi Order. Touché. The officer's comlink buzzes, and another officer talks, and Luke hears the voice of a familiar officer in the Republic. Captain, reinforcements of 4 AT-ATs, 12 TIE fighters, and Lord Vader and the Grand Inquisitor are en route to your location. Carabast. That's like a curse word in the Star Wars. We need to get to Theed, Riley Starkiller said. Agreed. They run to the speeder and head straight for the capital. When they reach Theed, everything is in chaos. The Star Destroyer flies directly above. Oh crap, should we turn around? No, there's no time. We need to find the Queen. Riley, Alyssa, go look for the Queen in the palace. Yes, Luke, what will you do? What will you and Zane do? We're gonna help the Royal Guard fight off the stormtroopers. Luke, what is that? Suddenly an Imperial shuttle lands, and Darth Vader and the Grand Inquisitor step down off the ramp. Alyssa, Riley, go find the Queen, and we'll hold them off. The two battle ones do as commanded. Are you ready? We'll do it together. Do you want Vader or the Inquisitor? You take Vader. That other double-A lightsaber you attach should give you an advantage. Saint's the one with the double-A lightsaber. The two Jedi walk up to the fallen Jedi. I'm surprised that you would come here. Did you expect us to go to Tatooine? You will both die. Surrender, and we'll make this a painless death. Where have I heard that before? Suddenly, Luke gets a flashback. Skywalker, surrender, and I will give a painless and quick death. Luke Skywalker, how could you do this? The Jedi betrayed the Republic. The flashback ends. You're Anakin Skywalker. That name has no meaning to me. All four warriors ignite their lightsabers, the red of Vader's and the Grand Inquisitor's lightsabers, and the green and blue of Luke and Zane's lightsabers. Suddenly, Vader moves quickly towards Zane with the Grand Inquisitor flipping over Luke, pulling out a double-A lightsaber. He says, "It has been so long since I fought a Jedi. Were you scared you got rusty? Such insults do not scare me." The Inquisitor strikes at Luke. He quickly blocks. I've missed this. You're such a fool. How is that? We weren't planning on fighting you, we were stalling you. What do you mean? We knew you would send the Padawans to find the Queen, so we sent the 11th brother to capture them. You underestimate the Padawans. Alyssa and Riley are the best Padawans I've ever seen. Then explain this. The Inquisitor pulls a hologram that shows Alyssa and Riley being taken prisoner. Luke Skywalker, no, Zane, we need to get to the palace. Okay. Luke and Zane manage to get away from their enemies and run for the palace. Once they reach the inside of the palace, they see an Inquisitor and several stormtroopers taking Riley and Alyssa to the main hangar. Suddenly, the Inquisitor notices the two Jedi. Troopers, slow them down. Yes, sir. Zane, can I borrow that DL-44? Going uncivilized, are we? Shut up and give me the blaster. Zane hands him the blaster. Such a clumsy weapon. Stormtroopers walk up. Die, Jedi. Zane Kenobi. Oh, I wish he didn't say that. The troopers begin to fire, but Luke dodges one shot and deflects the next, right to the trooper's head. Get the Jedi. They run towards Luke, but he flips over all of them and slashes the one in the back with his lightsaber. The trooper falls dead, realizing time was of the essence. Luke force pushes all the stormtroopers into the closest wall. Their spines shatter. So much for Jedi non-violent and non-force users. They capture Alyssa and Riley. They made it personal. Shouldn't we get to the hangar? Oh, right. Zane and Luke run to the hangar, only to be met with the Inquisitor loading them on the transport. Troopers, get them on the transport. Wait for me. Yes, sir. The Inquisitor walks up to Luke and Zane. You must be Luke Skywalker and Zane Kenobi, my first Jedi to kill. You are mistaken. You will fight us, but you will not kill us, for you are alone, and we are not. How so? We have something far stronger than you, the Force. I was to show you how strong it is. The two Jedi ignite their lightsabers. The England brother admires Zane's impressive blade. Kenobi, how do you know my name? I researched you two. Both of you led the 14th Battalion, or the Wookiee Battalion, on during the Clone Wars, from the Battle of Geonosis all the way up to one of the last battles of the war, the Battle of Coruscant, where your fifth in command, Captain Derek, died after taking down 40 droids. Impressive for a clone. Tell me, where's your precious clone battalion now? Perhaps they are on Camino reproducing clones to fight the Empire. Suddenly, Luke lunges at the Inquisitor. I won't let you touch them. Inquisitor blocks Luke's attack and force pushes them into a wall and runs for the shuttle. 11th brother, pilot, set course for Coruscant so we can drop these prisoners off at the fortress. Then the ship leaves the hangar. No, there is only one hope for our Padawans now. What is that? The Rebel Alliance. Chapter 3, A Daring Rescue. 2 years later, Yavin 4. Luke and Zane are commanders in the Rebel Alliance of their own squadron, Flame Squadron, ironically named after all the fires they started. A voice comes over the speaker. Captain Nightwalker and Commander Kenobi, please report to the command center. Luke talks to a droid. R1, keep and trying to fix the shields on my X-Wing. I'll be right back. Luke walks to the command center. Zane already there with Rebel High Command. Mon Mothma, Captain Nightwalker, Commander Kenobi, you're already wondering why we called you here. Yes, ma'am. 2 years ago when you joined the Alliance, you told us that your apprentices were captured by an Imperial Inquisitor on Naboo. Yes, sir, that is correct. Recently, Admiral Akbar, the one after Mon Mothma was Bail Organa. Recently, we tracked down an escapee of an Imperial fortress on Coruscant. They matched the description of Riley Starkiller. Luke and Zane look at them in surprise. Riley, he is alive? Admiral Radis, indeed. Luke, what about Alyssa? We're sorry, but she was recaptured during the riot. Which fortress? The main military base on Coruscant. Thanks. Luke begins to walk out of the room. Where are you going? To Coruscant. You should go after him. Right. Zane leaves the room after Luke. Luke reaches his X-Wing. R1, prep that in the ship for takeoff. Zane reaches Luke. Zane, don't try to stop me. You couldn't even if you tried. You would just end up with a broken lightsaber. Who said I was going to stop you? I'm just not letting you go alone. Zane pulls out his comlink. All Flame Squadron members to your ships immediately. Luke, I got a surprise for you when we get there. 10 pilots run to their ships. Luke Nightwolf. R1, get the ship ready. Zane, get in the flamethrower. All ships leave the hangar. All wings report in. Flame 2 standing by. Mason Sharp, Flame 3 standing by. Kate Sharp, Flame 4 standing by. Logan Rainey, Flame 5 standing by. Reed Sandridge, Flame 6 standing by. Peyton Scat, Flame 7 standing by. Preston Davis, I don't know what I was thinking with that name. Flame 8 standing by. Roding Tessing, Flame 9 standing by. Cade Spinks, Flame 10 standing by. Jenna, yeah, I'm saying that right. Webbington, Flame 11, standing by. Caleb Forge, Flame 12, standing by. Everyone set course for Coruscant. Zane, as soon as the defenses are down, get to the surface and get Alyssa. Copy, Flame Leader. Making the jump to light speed in 3, 2, 1. All ships jump to hyperspace. Within an hour, the squadron reaches Coruscant. Okay, everyone, build a defensive perimeter around Zane. As soon as we reach the surface, protect him. An Imperial officer speaks through the squadron's comlinks. Attention, unidentified ships, turn around or we will open fire. Luke responds. We are here in the name of the Rebel Alliance and we aren't leaving until we can have what we came for. Luke ends the transmission. All ships break off and get to the surface. I'll hold them off. Zane, are you sure that surprise will show up? Pretty sure. All the X-Wings in the flamethrower break off except for Luke. Okay, R1, let's show these amateurs what piloting a starfighter really is like. True. R1 beeps. True, it was stupid to go against 4 TIE Fighter squadrons alone, but don't forget you've got the best pilot in the rebellion in the cockpit. And then suddenly 4 Star Destroyers come out of hyperspace. Oh crap. Then Luke hears a voice on the other side of his comm. Don't worry, Captain Nightwalker helps on the way. Admiral Akbar. The entire Rebel fleet of 60 ships comes out of hyperspace. Admiral Radis, Commander Kenobi convinced us to send the Rebel fleet to Coruscant. Admiral Akbar, this is Admiral Akbar of the Rebel Alliance. All fighter groups reporting. Green Leader, this is Green Leader standing by. Blue Leader, this is Blue Leader standing by. Gray Leader, this is Gray Leader standing by. Gold Leader, this is Gold Leader standing by. Red Leader, this is Red Leader standing by. This is Flame Leader standing by. R1, I had a feeling this was Zane's surprise. Red, Gold, and Green Squadron attack formation. Defend the fleet. Flame Leader, take Blue and Gold and Gray Squadron down to the surface to assist your men. Copy, Admiral. Blue Squadron, Gray Squadron on me. Copy, Flame Leader. Copy. Both squadrons plus Luke fly down to the surface. Once they reach the surface, everything is going according to plan. We noticed that you got my surprise, Luke. I was surprised. All flame pilots form up on me and Zane. Blue leader, gray leader, you have command over my men, while me and Zane extract our friend. Luke and Zane head for the base. Zane, let's land on the roof. They land on the roof and both of them get out of their ships. What is the plan? Well, you're the more skilled in Jedi and lightsaber combat. You'll distract the stormtroopers while I try to find Alyssa. We'll meet up at her cell block. Agreed. They get on a lift. They reach the bottom floor. Okay, let's do this. Hey, stop right. Zane lifts him up and ignites his lightsaber. Suddenly, Zane pulls the stormtrooper towards his lightsaber, the blade going through his heart. That felt good. Okay, you know the plan. You distract the troopers and I'll find Alyssa's cell block. Roger that. Two Jedi separate. Zane, I'll grab a list of prisoners. Hopefully Alyssa will be on it. Luke soon reaches the prison observation deck with one officer in there. Normally, I would ask nicely, but today I don't really have the time. Luke picks up the officer and slams him in the wall. Where is Alyssa Doom? She got transported off Coruscant yesterday. To where? To the Inquisitor's fortress on the moon or Mustafar system. Thank you. Don't worry, I'm not going to kill you. Luke slams him into the ceiling. But I didn't say I wouldn't harm you. Did you find Alyssa? Yes, but she is on the Moonur in the Inquisitor's fortress in the Mustafar system. Chapter 4. The Rise of the Knights and the Masters. 2 weeks later, Mustafar system, Nur. Luke and Zane are waiting for a rebel strike team at our rendezvous point. Zane, you think Alyssa is still in there alive? Luke, you know Alyssa better than anyone. She's a fighter. She's definitely in there and is absolutely alive. You're right. Just then, 4 humans come down to the Luke and Zane. Pilot, here you go. We'll be ready to leave as soon as you're out. Thanks. Give Princess Leia my regards. Will do, Captain. Luke talks the team through the plan. Okay, team, once we're inside, you guys will distract the stormtroopers while me and Zane go in to the interrogation chamber in the prison and extract Alyssa. With any luck, we'll be out. In and out. Any questions? Good. I'll roll out. They walk up to the ridge overlooking the fortress. Gotta hand it to them. They may be Darksiders, but you can't deny they do have style. No offense, sir, but can't we just go and kill some stormtroopers? Eddie soldier, a man that goes searching for a fight is the first to die at the hands of the enemy. Gee, that's deep, Zane said. Okay, Team 1, go to the main hangar. Team 2, go to the main data center. Team 3, go to the central command center. Team 4, go to every cell block and start a prison riot. Give the prisoners your secondary blasters if you feel like it. All 4 teams leave. Zane Kenobi, let's do this. Luke and Zane enter through an air vent. They drop down on the floor. Stormtrooper, don't move. Luke moves his hand forward. You hate the Empire. I hate the Empire. Your wife didn't want you to join the Empire. My wife didn't want me to join the Empire. You think the Emperor is hideous. I think the Emperor is hid. Just then a force bite goes through his chest. Royal Guard, weak-minded fool. Now your turn. He goes to stab Luke, but Luke cuts his force back in half. Fine, I don't need a weapon to kill you two. He then engages in hand-to-hand combat with Luke, easily and surprisingly overpowering the Jedi. He knocks Luke to the ground and then moves onto Zane. Despite Zane being just as powerful as Luke in the Force, he is no match for the incredible speed of the Royal Guard. He quickly knocks Zane down. Die, Jed. The guard is suddenly lifted off his feet and pulled back into a purple lightsaber. Luke and Zane look through the smoke to find their rescuer, but suddenly he walks through. Zane Kenobi. Riley, you're alive? Zane runs over and hugs his long-lost apprentice. It's really good to see you alive and well, Riley. You too, Nightwalker. Riley, what are you doing here? Looking for Alyssa, same as you. Good. We need all the help we can get. The 3 Jedi run for the interrogation chamber. Eventually they reach it. It's quiet, and suddenly a ferocious shout. Sorry. 11th brother. I'm terrible at that. He strikes down at the Jedi, barely missing them. Luke Nightwalker, you. I've been waiting 2 years for this. Luke attacks the 11th brother. They engage in a saber block. If only Master Plo Koon could see you now, a shroud of your former self. You have no right to mention his name. Luke punches the Inquisitor in the nose, then cuts his lightsaber in half. Eventually... Oh, wait. Never mind. You've improved, Nightwalker. I'm actually quite jealous. It's over. Where is she? She is gone, but I do have a surprise for you. The platform rises up. A girl dressed in black appears. Alyssa? Luke, Zane, and Riley all fly back. The 11th Pillar gets up. Allow me to introduce the newest member to the Inquisitors, the 12th Sister. The 12th Sister removes her helmet and lifts Luke with the Force. 12th Sister. Where were you while I was being tortured? Where were you when I was in pain? Where were you when I was channeling my pain into my actions? Remember, don't let pain control your actions. The 12th Sister gets a flashback. Luke trains Alyssa at the Jedi Temple. Ow, Master, that hurt. Just because it hurt doesn't mean that pain controls you. Now let's try again. Strike at me. She attacks Luke. Luke easily blocks it. To beat me, you'll have to be quicker. Make me mess up. Do the unexpected. Again. Alyssa strikes again 3 times, but Luke easily blocks them. Before striking a force, she flips over Luke, strikes in his hand, his lightsaber flying out of it. She catches it and holds both blades to Luke's neck. Very good, very good. Do you still feel that pain? Yes, Master. Did you let it control your actions? No, Master. Good. Keep that up and you'll be able to look in the dark side right in the face and be able to turn away from it. I got lucky. Trust me, Alyssa. Luck is more like the Force allowing us to win. As Master Ploa has told you, there's no such thing as luck. Good thing the private lessons Anakin give us teach us otherwise. The flashback ends. 12th Sister. 7th Brother, what? Don't let pain control your actions, Alyssa Doom. Traitor. The 11th Brother pulls Alyssa's Inquisitor lightsaber to him. I will kill you all. No, you won't. Alyssa reaches out through the Force. Suddenly, a lightsaber flies to Alyssa's hand. She activates it, and yellow fills the room. I am Alyssa Doom, Guardian of the Republic. The 11th Brother attacks Alyssa, but she blocks it. He strikes again, but still she blocks it. Then she strikes again. Then she strikes the 11th Brother. He tries to block, but Alyssa is just too quick. She then gets him close to the edge, and Force pushes him off, and he falls down. Luke Nightwalker. Zane, did that just happen? Yeah, it did. Riley Starkiller. And here I thought you were the powerful one, Master. Listen, I'm just glad you're okay. Luke hugs his former apprentice. We should leave, agreed. But first, kneel. Alyssa kneels and Luke activates his lightsaber. While putting his lightsaber above both of Alyssa's shoulders, he says, by the rights of the Council, by the will of the Force. Alyssa Doom, rise, Jedi Knight. Riley, kneel as well. Zane Kenobi, by the rights of the Council, by the will of the Force. Riley Starkiller, rise, Jedi Knight. Suddenly, Luke and Zane are pulled to what they assume is a projection of the Jedi Council chamber. Then they hear a voice. It is Grandmaster Yoda. Yoda. Nightwalker, Kenobi, step forward and kneel. You must. Luke and Zane step forward and kneel. Several other Jedi appear wielding lightsabers. Finally, Yoda says, by the rights of the Council, by the will of the Force. Luke Nightwalker and Zane Kenobi, arise, Jedi Masters. Suddenly, the Jedi are sent back to the side of the nearly 90 Jedi. 4 Jedi reach the U-Wings and meet up with the strike team. Lieutenant Newman, Captain, who the heck are these two? They are very good friends of mine. More Jedi. Really, 2 more? The last thing this rebellion needs is 2 more of those religious freaks. You should be lucky Zane over here isn't in command of this mission. He isn't as forgiving as I am. You set the charges, right? Yeah, I set the charges. What do I look like, an amateur? Zane Kenobi, yeah, you do. I hate Jedi. The lieutenant presses the button and explosions come from the fortress. Luke Nightwalker, okay people, let's go home. 4 U-Wings leave the moon and head back for Yavin 4. Chapter 5. Luke meets Luke. It's exactly what it sounds like. One year later, space above Tatooine, Luke flies in his X-Wing ahead of a Star Destroyer. Luke Nightwalker, geez, R1, if I had known that the Empire would have shown up, I wouldn't have gone back to Corellia. R1, Deeps, what do you mean go back to Corellia? I lived on Corellia before I was a Jedi. Next time I pick the destination. That's fair. Hang on, I'll try to flip this thing over and fire the proton torpedoes at the shield generators. Luke does a complete 180 and fires his torpedoes. Luke Nightwalker, yes, shields are down. R1 target their power core. Just then, there's a laser blast and an explosion. R1 engines 1 and 3 are down. We are heading straight for the planet. X-Wing crashes near a farm. A boy around Luke's physical age. Aging is slower when you hit 14 for Luke. Helps him. He lifts in Luke's cockpit window. Boy, are you okay? I'm fine, thanks. He looks at the symbol on Luke's helmet. You're a rebel pilot. What gave it away? The symbol is on your helmet. Oh. Luke Skywalker. I'm Luke Skywalker. Wait, forget that. He says, I'm Luke Skywalker. I'm Luke Skywalker. Luke Nightwalker. So you're a farmer? Moisture farmer. It puts food on the table, but it is kind of boring. I get that. At least you're not getting chased by the Empire every day. I wish I could, instead of being here with my aunt and uncle. Don't you have anything fun to do around here? Well, there is one thing. What is that? Hunt for womp rats. How big are they? Not much smaller than 2 meters. Do we have any way to kill him? I got two T-16s in the garage. Okay, let's go. R1, send a call for help to base. I like the way you think. The 2 boys go to the garage and board the T-16s. Do you know how to fly one of these? Kid, I'm the best pilot in the rebellion. I can fly anything. Okay. The boys launch from the garage and speed across the desert. So how far are these womp rats? Not far now. Suddenly there's a bang and Skywalker's T-16 goes down. Luke, are you alright? Are you okay? Yeah. Suddenly there's another bang and Luke's T-16 goes down. Quickly goes down. What the heck? Luke gets out of his crashed ship and flies up and runs over and helps Skywalker out of his. What happened? I don't know. Suddenly several large animals walk toward them. Luke Skywalker, banthas. I have a bad feeling about this. Suddenly several masked beings get down from Luke banthas. Sand people. Here, Luke Nightwalker. Here, take this. Luke hands him a DL-44. One of the sand people run at Luke with some sort of melee weapon, but Luke quickly disarms him and force pushes him. Stranger, a Jedi. Another Tusken Raider walks up to Luke. Baby, what's it to you? The stranger pulls out a lightsaber and ignites it, red emitting from the blade. I am your stranger. I am your Ed, Tusken Killer. Luke ignites his lightsaber. Tusken Killer lunges at Luke. Luke quickly blocks and strikes at Tusken Killer. Suddenly, Tusken Killer makes a shrieking sound that nearly made Luke deaf. Luke Skywalker, gee whiz. Luke Nightwalker, I know. Suddenly, Luke feels a split second of pain and everything goes dark. Luke awakes in a hut. Luke Skywalker, hey, I think the Tusken Raiders took us back to their village. Luke reaches on his belt. They have my lightsaber, as well as the blaster. Just then, the Tusken Raider comes in. A Tusken Raider comes in. Tusken Raider shrieks. Luke Nightwalker, I don't understand you. Luke Skywalker, he said we will be killed and turned into a meal. Luke Nightwalker, I've been in worse situations. The Tusken Raider leaves 5 hours later. Luke and Skywalker are brought outside. Luke Nightwalker, never thought I'd go out like this. Tusken Killer walks up with 2 other Tusken Raiders. Luke's lightsaber on his belt. Tusken Killer, Jedi, do you have any last words? Luke Nightwalker, yeah, what the heck is that? The Tusken Raiders turn around. Luke takes the opportunity of him pull his lightsaber toward him with the Force and cuts off his restraints and cuts Skywalker's restraints. Tusken Killer, kill them. Several Tusken Raiders run up to Luke and Skywalker. One tries to attack Luke, but he ducks and slashes him in the chest. Kid, take this. Luke throws Skywalker one of the weapons from the fallen Tusken Raiders. Luke Skywalker, thanks. Tusken Killer walks up to Luke. Jedi, you're mine. Luke Nightwalker, the Force is with me. Tusken Killer swings at Luke, but Luke quickly blocks and strikes up at his head. Tusken Killer blocks and swings at Luke's gut. Luke quickly dodges and cuts off Tusken Killer's arm, consumed by the dark side. Tusken Killer launches a barrage of Force lightning. Luke blocks. Suddenly, a blue lightsaber goes through Tusken Killer's heart. Once Tusken Killer falls, Luke looks up to see his rescuer. Obi-Wan Kenobi, you're in the wrong place, Nightwalker. Master Kenobi. It's good to see you, old friend. Come, we must find the boy. They find Skywalker close by, unconscious. Master, I sense this boy means something to you. This boy is our last hope. He is a Skywalker. He's Anakin's child, isn't he, Obi-Wan? He is. Did you tell him of Anakin's turn? No, Master. As far as I know, he lives here with his uncle. We shall take him back. I will join you. I asked R1 to send a transmission to the rebellion. It took several hours, but the two Jedi finally arrived at Luke Skywalker's home. A man, maybe early to mid-40s, walks out. Owen. Luke, oh, thank goodness you're all right. He'll be out for another 2 hours. Obi-Wan puts his head on Luke. Obi-Wan, what did you do? Oh, I'm sorry. He put his hand on Luke. Obi-Wan, what did you do? I erased his memory of the event. As far as he knows, you tried to save him from the Sand People, and was knocked out when I came to your aid. Suddenly, a U-wing comes down. That's my ride. Luke boards the U-wing along with R1. Pilot, okay, Captain, let's go home. Luke takes one last look at Skywalker. That boy will bring balance to the Force. With one last look at Tatooine, the U-wing blasts into hyperspace. And that's it. I am currently writing episode 2, so be sure to watch out for that sometime in the future. Okay, bye.